Carla Winter is here to tell us why the pen doesn't lie. Are you sure?
It doesn't lie.
Are you sure we can't hide behind it?
Well, you can hide, but we can still see it.
Oh, darn. Okay, what exactly is handwriting analysis?
Looking at a person's handwriting and utilizing psychological, intuitive, as well as scientific techniques, we get a sense of the person's personality, their predispositions, character traits. You can even see psychological imbalances, and sometimes medical issues can show up too.
Oh, really? That's interesting. How do you become an expert at that?
The short answer?
Sure.
Practice.
Practice?
The long answer?
What do you study to do that?
There's books, there's societies and clubs. There's also, once you start, and I took classes, and you start gathering samples and practicing. And it took me about 20 years to really start to feel very comfortable in my niche of graphology. Handwriting analysis is also referred to as graphology.
Okay.
Not to be confused with forensic document examination.
Okay.
Okay, so that is really utilizing a more specific scientific approach for solving crimes and things like that.
Okay, so when you get a sample, what are you looking for when you're analyzing it?
What I do right up front, the first thing I do is get the overall impression. So is it harmonious? Is it disorganized? Is it using the whole page? Is it just hidden up in a corner? And then I'll start to look for things like pressure, slant, spacing, what your margins are like. Are there any, flares, connective styles, consistency between the writing style and the signature, and sometimes, we change style in the middle of our writing too.
Sure, and sometimes, I know I'm guilty of this. So my first name starts with a J, right? Sometimes I'll do the loop on the top, and then maybe next year I'll do the loop on the bottom. Sometimes I'll change the J in my name. Do people do that a lot with their handwriting?
Yes.
Okay, I'm not
changing all the time. What's interesting is to watch a person or see their handwriting progress through their lifetime. So you can see as their personality develops, as they let go of aspects of their childhood, as they mature, as their health starts to decline. I saw a very interesting demonstration, and it was by Van Gogh. And he's writing and writing and writing, and all of a sudden the writing morphs into the most beautiful drawing.
Oh, wow.
And the transition between that was just astounding.
You just wonder what he was thinking about when he was doing that. Well, you were here on Monday, and you analyzed Guy's writing. And Guy has beautiful writing. I really like the way that he writes. And he does a print, right, in big blocks. But now you have a sample of my writing. Uh-oh. Because I'm not the best writer. So what did you find with my writing? Well,
you actually have some commonalities with Guy.
Really?
Yes, absolutely. Both of you will size up a situation and aren't majorly impulsive. You're going to look at the situation before you leap. And both of you are very well centered and grounded that way. Both of you have a fair amount of printing in your cursive style.
Yeah.
Now, you're different with Guy is that you're really intuitive. In addition to your intuition, you're also a little bit of the skeptic and the cynic. Your style is, I would call, arcade in terms of your connectivity versus Garland. Garland's you see as like really kind of amiable social butterflies. You're more analytical in approach. Also, the Garland person, along with some of the spacings that I see, would have you you're pretty private. And you'll keep things undercover. You'll be very selective on despite your public persona, you'll be really selective on what it is that you'll reveal at a personal level, except in your handwriting. And I thought it was really fun because I was like looking at those ends are really open, really arcade. And then you did it even on, you see your journey, and when that, you're talking about eye dots.
Sure.
Most of the time, and you're eye dotting right on time, okay? You're right on the mark, but look at, you put a little arcade.
Oh, yeah?
Yeah, so that's showing, consistency. When I got to your signature, look how warm, friendly, and upbeat. Those T-bars are connected. That says you're very well connected realistically to your goals and ambitions.
Wow. Okay. Do a lot of people do what I do, where they print and handwrite? together?
A fair amount do. It's really dependent upon, you know, some of the school and your personality style. I do a lot of the grad nights for the kids, and you can really see who's been teaching them what, you know. So styles do shift. There's really a trend away from teaching kids handwriting these days.
I heard that. I heard they're not going to be teaching cursive. How are they going to sign their names?
Right, and they're also missing some really viable and important, you know, neuromotor connections of fine skills. So in graphological circles, we have a lot of concern about this.
Yeah, I thought that was really sad. I mean, I know everyone's using technology and computers, but you know what? You still need to sign a check. You still need to sign your name. There's documents and things like that. I guess maybe they'll just learn how to do their own name in cursive, and then everything else is print. That really made me sad.
It makes us all really sad and concerned, because there really are some important things in what we do, and we learn how to write, and you know, that kind of connectivity. Oh, also with your writing too, you are pretty much of a vertical writer.
Yeah.
Okay, the vertical writer tends to be, you know, a person that maintains their neutrality, will listen to both sides of the story, can be a good mediator, a good listener. And it's the most difficult of all the slants to maintain, because you need the most control in order to do it.
Ooh, kind of a control freak. Yeah, that's kind of right. And I am a mediator. A lot of people in the building come to me to talk to me about things going on. And I say, oh, well, did you think about this? Did you think about this? So, okay, how is your handwriting? Has anyone ever analyzed yours?
Yes. In fact, my master teacher, 25 years ago, I was doing a very interesting little affectation on my eyes, and he made a few suggestions, and particularly around my eye, and it's our ego, it's our self. But I made the change. And the interesting thing about handwriting is, like, you can change your handwriting and actually make changes within yourself without having to do the head work. Now, you can do the head work, and then you'll discover the changes will show up in your handwriting.
Sure.
But doing it the other way is a really easy way to make some personal changes without even recognizing
Carla,
it.
that was so interesting. Thank you so much.
My
I'm going to have to hire you for a private party.
I do plenty of those.
See, there you go. All right. Well, are you looking for inspiration?